Okay, we will we'll wait for 5 minutes. Inform your friends to join soon so that we'll start it within 5 minutes. Okay, we'll do the assembly. Assembly is already done. The sectioning will be done today, and after that, that will be converted into 2D diagram. So, inform your friends and tell them to join within 5 minutes. Okay, we'll be starting with this assembly. So here directly we will not be opening the assembly because when you already created the part in the previous class or in the previous day, at that time we should not open this assembly. Then after that we should not call that a particular part over here. Instead of that, what you should do, uh, here directly you have to go to this file. You can go to this open, and after that you can go for this flanged pipe joint assembly. Here you can bring it like this. This is one way you can bring it so that it will be considered as different parts. This is one method. If you don't want to do it in this way, like when you are opening this, before opening it here only, directly you can go over here, go to file and go to open, and after that directly open this flange joint assembly. At that time, if you do it like this, then the joint or the assembly what we are considering, that will not be treated as a single part. Instead of that, will be considered as different parts. All these parts will be different. So even if I directly go over here and if I create the drawing out of it, and after that if I will just take front view only. Okay, we'll have it over here, and after that we'll go with this. Okay, then after that if I update this, and even if I select a part library, parts list out of this, you can see there. I'll zoom this, okay. As it is A2 sheet, it won't be visible. So even here you can get this like flange, gasket, then pipe, then bolt, M9, and nut. All the things in a different material. So better we'll do one thing, like when I have taken this CI, the cast iron, sometimes it will not be like, we'll not get to know whether it is CI or cast iron. So we'll do one thing, we'll put this CI also and we'll put the cast iron also in the bracket. That is better, like when you are showing it in examination at that time, instead of CI, even if the cast iron is coming there, then it is better. And the same thing for even this mild steel also. So mild steel also, MS and mild steel, both the things will be writing there. And each and every part I'll be going there and I'll be changing it uh, while doing next assembly. And now it's okay. Okay, we are as we have taken this and uh, we got it. We already assembled it. So now you can change that properties of the material. So that's why it's okay. But when you are writing it in examination at that time, or if you are writing it at that time, write it over here instead of CI. You write it cast iron, and after that, put the CI in bracket. And the same thing, mild steel you are writing, and after that you have to write MS in the bracket. Okay. So in bracket you have to write MS over here. So here you'll be writing mild steel, just like this. Here and here you will be writing cast iron. Then after that you will be putting that in CI. Okay, don't use this text command there when you are assigning the material. At that time only you have to do that. Now this was what I was telling. Like otherwise, if I consider it the same thing, I'll show it once again. Okay, this you have seen that I've taken it and I have opened it. Instead of this, what I'm going to do, I'll be going to the new assembly. Okay, normal dot assembly. Then after that, instead of calling that directly, I'm going to select this and I'm going to double click this. This also will be showing the assembly. You think that it is an assembly, but it is a new assembly. You can see that this is ASM3. It is not flanged assembly, flanged joint assembly. These two files will be different. Now, if I take this and if I create a drawing out of this, first it needs to be saved. Okay, it will ask the current file must be saved before the drawing can be created, because it is not saved file. This is a new file. And here, if I save it, like assembly 3 only, or even if I think that it is flanger joint assembly only, okay, I'll take it as 1. Okay, now it is 1 because the same if two files are having same name, then it will be overwritten. So I'll be taking it as flanger joint assembly 1. Now if I go to this create drawing and if I create a drawing out of this, and I'll take a front view only, and here also I'll be generating only front view over here. Okay, only one thing, the diagram will be same, but if I go for this parts list and if I generate this parts list over here, okay, wait a minute, first I'll go to this properties and after that auto burn on next update also I'll be generating, and update also I'll be doing it. Okay, I'll be updating this view. So once I update this view, if I select this and even if I go for this parts list also, if I create parts list, okay, you can see there the parts list, it is generated over here, but entire thing will be considered as a single element. The quantity will be one only, and the document number also, entire thing only one row will be there instead of 5 different parts. Only one quantity will be there, and title also won't be there, and even materials also won't be there. So to avoid this, you should open that file instead of creating a single flange joint assembly. So here you can see that this entire flange joint assembly is considered as one single part, not individual part. It is considered as one single part. So to avoid that, what you should do, when you are opening it, go to file and go to open and open that flange joint assembly. Okay, flange joint assembly 1 is considered as a one single element. Here there are five different elements in terms of like two or three times, or even sometimes it is four times also, like nut and bolt are four times, and pipes are two times, flanges are two times, and only gasket is, it is called only one time. So there are nine, no, not nine, 13 different elements are there. In this 13 different elements are there, whereas here a single element is there, only single product. Here 13 products are there which are assembled. So in this way only you have to select that file which you have created in previous day or in the previous class, that you should select it, and after that you have to open it. If you are breaking it, or if you are breaking the work, if you are doing it later, at the time you have to do it in this way. Otherwise what you can do, you can directly create on same day, and same day only you have to create the drawing, and after that you have to do the section, and after that you have to uh, create the drawing on the same day. So in examination you won't be having any problem, but when you are doing it in computer, and if you are doing it for the uh, like if you are doing it as an assignment, at that time you'll be having this problem. Okay, so even if you do it sectioning when you are doing it in home, at that time it will be problem. So open this file. Okay, don't call this file in the assembly mode. So now the file is created, the file is called, and here what you should do, here we are going for the sectioning. So I'll be going for this section, then after that I'm selecting this top plane. Okay, and in this top plane we are going to create the section. So from this cut section, from this point I'm going to create a rectangle over here. Okay, somewhere here, just like this, and after that I'm going to cut whatever coming inside, or the parts which are coming inside. So once the cut section is created, then after that you can create it, create the cut section by creating this uh, cutting work volume. So here when you are selecting it, it will ask whether you want to cut all the parts or you want to cut only selected parts. Always select this, cut only selected parts. And here what you are cutting, you will be cutting this flange, and you are not touching this gasket. Okay, sorry, the second flange you are going to select, not the first one. So second flange you will be selecting, so that pipe will be visible. Okay, one thing you are going to do. And if you go for this preview option, it will show what are things you should be doing. So here the cut section is showing even this rubber, and also it is showing this pipe. If you want to do, if you want to cut entire section, at that time you have to show all the points, but here it is not required. Okay, here it is not required, only here you should show the entire cutting section, the total cutting section should be done over here. So for that what we are going to do, we'll be creating another PMI section, and here I'll be going with this, and after that here I'll be cutting using a rectangle. Once again, rectangle I'm going to put it over here, just like this. That will ask from where you want to cut it. So, and here also we'll be selecting cut only selected part, and this flange will be selected. So the cut section will be shown over here, just like this. Then you can go for this finish operation. Okay, finish operation. I'll see whether it can be changed and whether it can be done in the first section plane only. If it can be done in first section plane only, then we'll modify it. And after this, we need two section planes. So here, what we are going to do will be applying a cut, uh, but we want only this part to be removed. Okay, not the entire thing. So instead of that, what I'm going to do, I'll be creating another profile plane over here. So the profile plane will be created. So the parallel plane has to be created over here, and I'll be doing that exactly at this point. So once it is done, we can create a cut from the front plane only. So here I'll be selecting it once again in the diametric position, and after that I'll be creating another section, but not from this top plane, from the profile plane which is parallel to this top plane. So from here I'll be creating that cut. So I want it to be removed, so I want to show this portion. So here I'll be creating and I'll be showing the, in the front view you can see that till what point you want that. So I'll be selecting till this point. I want that flange to be removed. So because of that, I select this cut only selected parts. Then after that, I'll be selecting this first flange. So this flange will be selected. Now if I go for this preview, then I can cut it. Okay, so it has to be, the profile will be changed. Okay, the profile I'm going to change it. This much. So 50 is sufficient, I guess. Yeah. Yes, 50 is sufficient. So 50, and after that 29 mm or 30 mm, and it depends upon what is the dimension. Depending upon that, it will be showing this M9 nut bolt assembly also. So if these things are shown, then after that another sectioning will be done. Another sectioning will be done just to show that there is nothing inside this hollow tube or hollow pipe. So for that, what you are going to do, you will be selecting once again this PMI section, and here once you select this PMI section, you will be selecting this front view, sorry, the top plane. Then after that, create a rectangle from this side, just like this. We're going to create the rectangle. Then after that, you can click on this return option, and the outer portion should be selected. And here also you'll be selecting symmetric extent, and to place it perfectly, either you can go for this right profile view, or you can go for this left profile view. Okay, I'll be selecting this right profile view. Till this point, I want to show that. And after that, it will be asking cut all parts or cut only selected parts. Here I'll be selecting cut only selected parts. And once again, to get the view of this particular pipe, I'll just hover my mouse around this pipe. So at that time it will show two pipe, this pipe, the second pipe is our pipe to be selected in which you want the sectioning. So once I select this, then I'll be clicking on this, select this, cutting. So the cutting will be done for that part. So it will be shown what is inside that pipe. Either you can show only half section, or if you want to continue with the entire section, you can show that only this much. If you want to cut, and the remaining part over here, if you want to retain it, you can show it, or else you can cut entire section, that's left to you. Okay, so in which way you want to do it, you can show it. Then once it is done, and even this nut also can be removed, like if you want to cut it in the first section only, you can cut it, that's left to you. uh, so here if you want to edit it, go there and go to this edit definition, and here you have to select the select part step. Okay, so here you can select even this bolt also, the bolt and the nut. There is a nut and the bolt also, you can remove it. So if you want it to be removed, you can remove it. Then after that, these are the options. Okay, if you want to do it, you can do it. If you don't want it, you can leave them. And after that, here you can go for this uh, what is that, here also edit profile, sorry, edit definition. Just go there and go to this edit definition. Here, instead of extent step, instead of non-symmetric extent, you can go for this symmetric extent also. So here also you can create it. So only half of the portion will be removed, and you can see this front view. From the front view you can see this. So these are the options, whether you can go for this, or the previous one only you can go for them also. I'll be going with this symmetric extent, and after that, even the bolt also I'll be returning in section 1. Both the things are correct. Only you can cut the section or cut the bolt which are coming over here. Other things you should not touch. These two things should not be touched. This one, if you want to remove it, you can remove them. And here also I'll be selecting this bolt and maybe retaining them so that it will be retained. Once you get this, then after that you save this file, flanged assembly. with section. Okay, sections. So once you save this, then after that you can go for this create drawing method. Okay, so you will be creating the drawing. Here what you are going to do, you will be selecting this and you will be selecting this front view. Then the same step what you have done, select this and select this uh, top view. Then after that you will be selecting this top right pictorial view. So once these three are selected, directly go to this finish option, and after that you will be placing them over here somewhere in this region. Okay, and after that I'll be selecting this sheet and I'll be changing this sheet into A4 sheet. Now I'll be going for this fish option, and after that I'll be keeping this over here. Now you select all these diagrams, and change it to 650. Okay, once it is selected, uh, then after that you can go for this properties and go to this properties, and after that you select this auto burn on next update, and after that you select go for the section 1, 2, 3 should be selected. Okay, and in the display this hidden should be removed. Okay, and after that model shading view advanced everything will be remaining same, so no need to change it. Directly click on this OK, then this has to be updated. All the parts will be shown here. Okay, these things will be coming on this. So once we get this, like the part, one is in two number, then after that part 2 is in one number, because we have called the fans initially, then after that we have called this gasket, then after that we have called the pipes, then after that we have called the bolt, and after that we have called the nuts. So because of that it is shown in this way, and now I'll be selecting this parts list, then after that I'll be selecting this front view. So once I select this front view, then it will be asking to create this material table. Now this can be changed, so that here I'll be selecting this columns and document, I'll be removing it, and the same you can go to this properties, and after that here you can change it to Times New Roman. Directly change it to Times New Roman. After that, click it over here. Then you can save it as plant joint assembly with the section in the .dft format. So this will be completing our plant joint assembly. So if anybody is having any doubt regarding this, you can ask me. You can unmute yourself and you can ask me. Otherwise, you can put your attendance in the chat box. I'll give you access. But I just wanted to know, like, why today it is less attendance. Usually, it will be like 35 members, or sometimes even 40 members also it will be crossing. Now today it is 25 members. I just want to know why students are not there. Are you having some kind of training or something?
Yes, but at 4 o'clock, sir.
No, it is at 4 o'clock, right? You can attend the class
Yes.
right now. Then after that, you can attend that 4 o'clock session. Okay. Anyway, that is important, I guess. Yeah. Leave it today. If anybody is having any doubt regarding anything, you can ask me now. Otherwise, you can put your attendance in the chat box and I can leave the meeting. Okay. Put the attendance in the chat box, and after that, if you don't have any doubt, you can leave the meeting. From next class onwards, we'll be going with the 2D sections, and one class will be 2D, and another class will be on this one. What is that? This the remaining two assemblies. And these assemblies, what I've taught you till now, will be sufficient for your examination. If you practice these three only, I'll be giving you these questions only as a option. So these three will be sufficient. Okay. So for this one only. So if anybody is having any doubt, you can ask me. Otherwise, you can put your attendance, and after that you can leave. Okay. Okay. Those who have given the attendance, you please leave the meeting.